Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Don't Argue Podcast. Hope you guys are well. Thanks again for chilling. Thanks again for stopping by. Fremantle win 95 points, 78 points to 95 against a Western Bulldogs outfit that were, in my opinion, desperate, ready, hungry, and absolutely willing to do anything it took to win. Personal shout outs as well. I reckon Bailey Smith was sensational. Shout out to Bailey Smith. He was great. Bontempelli in patches there. I thought for mine, though, even Tom English wasn't too bad, to be fair. The usual suspects for the Bulldogs, but I just thought in particular it was just Fremantle who stood up. Now, for the Bulldogs, does it mean their chances are over, their finals? No, it doesn't, but that loss there absolutely does make things a lot harder. But in saying that, I do not care. It's what we're about here at Fremantle. With the Fremantle team, we're about making the life hard for our opposition. Now, as we all know, we can sort of go back to the Swans game, right? A few weeks ago where things were a bit pear-shaped since then. We haven't won a game. Who was it? Oh, the team we beat prior to the Swans. Sorry, it eludes me. But it went to the Swans. We lost, obviously drew with the Tigers and then got a reality check, I guess, or punch in the mouth against Melbourne. So this game here was critical. Obviously, we have the Monday announcement. I feel like I could really try and dissect that one there, but I think I'll leave it as is. And then we get the game against the Bulldogs. So obviously, this game here for mine, it wasn't about necessarily a big win or a small win. It was just about a win, full stop. Especially when you gather in the fact that we've had it's been average. It's been an average month for us, really. It hasn't been great. So all that considered, coming to this game here, it wasn't about winning by 50 odd points, 1 point, 17 points. It was just about winning. And thankfully, we stood up to the task at hand and we delivered what the challenge in front of us wanted us to deliver. The game itself, I thought, was good in patches. To be fair with you, I wasn't a fan, though. Again, with the Bulldogs, as I mentioned before, they were able to respond in kind. Sometimes a lack of effort in the middle really gets me going. It really makes me think, It really makes me think about the game plan, and I guess in general, when you sort of line us up against teams like the Cats or Collingwood or even Melbourne, to be fair with you guys, it's the reason why we buckle, or maybe we'll look like we'll buckle against them again. So in saying that, though, it's important to get that out of the way, but at the same time, it's a win, so you take it. Anyway, I digress. Luke Ryan, sensational. Jordan Clark, sensational. Brayshaw, sensational. I think as a collective unit, it was good. From Young right down to Walker and patches, let's be fair. There were some good moments, there were some bad moments there. Tabiner, Rory Lobb, Pierce as well, and Patch Chapman. How good was it to see O'Driscoll? I'm not sure. I think it was in the third quarter, I think, right? Bulldogs unfortunately get a goal. I think it's through Norton. And straight away off the bounce, we get the ball, right? And O'Driscoll on his own, almost single-handedly outside the 50, freaking spears it in. Beautiful kick there by O'Driscoll. And I tell you what, a big future for him. Now, in saying that though, all the boys collectively can be proud of themselves. I think it's a game where I don't want to pick too much, be too nitpicky, yeah, whatever. I don't want to nitpick too much on certain players. I think the reality is that we got to take this as a win. Now, obviously, this shows me, to be fair, that we do have heart. This shows me that we do want to win. Obviously, this is, unfortunately, it's now become the swan song, or the last ride, so to speak, with Dave Mundy. Such as the cruel reality of sport, I suppose. And as I touched on before, I do want to, I might touch on that layer by layer anyway. I think it's really interesting that he's retiring, but anyway, again, not the point. So every game counts and every game matters, right? Now I think it's 5 more games to go until if things go well, 5 more games to go, right? Now, with this win, it does now cement our spot in the final. So congrats again to Fremantle, and as a fan myself, it's the first time I've seen Fremantle be in the final since I've supported in 2018. So I'm very excited about that. Very happy. We have now next week, we've got a game against the Eagles and we've got a game against the Giants. I think we need to treat both those games like as if they're, do or die games, and the reality is they are. It's very. I'm actually happy that we have such a favourable last couple of games now, but at the same time, we all know Fremantle. Unfortunately, we can switch off, right? And so we got to really stick in there. But overall, the game, just back to the game, just quickly, it was a good win. It was a hustle win. It was a good grinding win. Congrats on the players, and I think Longmuir sort of sums it up. Good work, and again, I'm just paraphrasing. Good work, be happy, but still room for growth. Don't be satisfied. There's still a lot of room for growth, and I think that sums it up well. Now, like I said, there was a few stand-up performances, and I think collectively as a team, you can be happy. Now, as to when Nat Five gets back, as to when Twitter gets back, I'm not too sure. And again, I want to pose the question to you guys. Nat Five in the team. Obviously, we've had a little sample of them. Again, I don't want to sort of, I guess, dive too deeply into this, but I want to pose you the question before I sort of leave this, all right? Nat Five in the team, does he make it better? Or does he sort of, I guess the word is sort of clog up a few of the wheels, so to speak. Now, again, I've touched on this, and I have my own personal opinion, but I suppose as push comes to shove, we really need to, what's the word? I guess as push comes to shove, we really need our superstar players, to be fair with you, to not only come in but to really stamp their authority. So again, like I said, it's in the crunch time. To be fair with you, this should be technically Nat Five's time, right? Especially as we go into the finals, this is when he needs to elevate his game. And I get it, injuries and all that stuff. I get it, understand. But there needs to be questions asked, especially for a team that's trying to gun for finals. And obviously try and win it all. Flag man, all right? But anyway, I digress. Good win, Fremantle, all right? We had a dogfight and we won at the end. Good, hearty, gritty sort of a win. I'm pleased overall though, because we needed it. It hasn't been good. Let's be honest with you guys. It hasn't been a great run in the last month. So we needed this win. We got 2 more games ahead of us. Obviously, we're not going to look too further in, but the reality is we need to. I think we do. We need to switch on to the finals, and we need to play like we need to throw something that teams have never seen before. Don't know how, don't know what that looks like. But you got really strong teams like Collingwood. You got teams like the Cats, Melbourne, obviously, Swans. We need to really stand by authority. And obviously that win puts us in the 4. Hoping for a miracle, right? Can the Roos do us a solid favour? Probably not, but hey, anyway, take it easy. See you guys next time. Those are my thoughts there. And yeah, good win for Fremantle. And Bulldogs, don't argue.